my friends, it's Ante and today I welcome you guys back to a new episode of the Prima podcast. For today's episode, we have so many things to talk about, like so many topics, so without any further ado, let's get started. First things first, we have the whole Rodrygo drama. So basically, what happened was the fact that after the match against Mallorca, Rodrygo posted a message where he was basically signalizing the fact that he feels neglected by the press since everyone right now is over the moon with the trio between Bellingham, Mbappe and Vinicius, and he was feeling like he is left aside, and that's basically what he tried to draw attention to in that message. But the thing is that the message was shortly deleted, but close sources to him have confirmed that that message was written by him. Though a few days ago, Ancelotti have went out in the press and said that he asked Rodrygo if anything happened, how he feels, and he said that he feels alright in this club and that he did not write that message. So yeah. Next, Rodrygo's teammate Vinicius has been offered a contract for Al Ahly. Basically, he was supposed to play for more than 1 billion euros per 5 years, which if he would have accepted this offer, this would have went down in history. He would have beaten the Neymar's transfer to PSG, but he did not accept this offer. He rejected it, and close sources to him have said that the reason why he rejected it was the fact that this is the kind of transfer that would definitely count for the Ballon d'Or, and it wouldn't affect him positively. It wouldn't bring him closer to winning this award. So that's basically what influenced him into not choosing this, into not accepting this offer. But the thing is that his management team this week have made it really clear to Real Madrid that basically Vinicius does not really want to renew his contract and he will leave by the summer of 2027. Things are still not 100% sure, but that's basically what his management team have been saying, have made it kind of clear that him at the moment does not want to renew his contract. But there are as well some rumors going on that he might even leave for Al Ahly this summer. So this might be Vinicius' last UCL Cup that he would ever win. But this is not 100% true. I don't know what to think about this. Something inside me, my intuition, is kind of saying that this whole thing is true, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a really complicated situation. Next, let's talk about the two matches that Real Madrid have played in La Liga this week. So first of all, they played a match against Real Valladolid, and I think that was a great start for the squad on Santiago Bernabeu at their home stadium. I mean, they beat Valladolid 3-0, but the thing is that anyways, Valladolid is not a team that is expected to do too well in this La Liga season because they just promoted in La Liga, and yeah, I mean, they are not too high expectations for them. They're definitely not up to Real Madrid standards, but still, I mean, they had a not too shabby performance overall. I really liked Real Madrid's lineup. I honestly expected them to play with the formation 4-3-3 and to see Arda Güler as a left midfielder and Tchouaméni as a central mid, but I liked seeing them playing with the formation 4-2-3-1, and to see Arda Güler playing Bellingham's position. It was quite interesting, not gonna lie. The first goal of the match was scored by Valverde, who I knew that he was a great talent and that he had lots of potential, but this beginning of the season for him is absolutely crazy. I absolutely did not expect this from him. I think that he's finally playing up to his full potential and he's finally showing his personality on the pitch, and yeah, I honestly really like seeing that. Then the second goal was scored by Brahim Diaz, who came in after substituting Arda Güler in minute 69. Honestly, I really liked the goal. It was really impressive, and I honestly really like the way Brahim Diaz plays, and he has so much potential as well as Valverde, but sadly still for Brahim Diaz there is not a place in the squad, and I don't think that, I mean, not in the squad, but in the starting lineup, and I don't think that there is going to be a place for him too soon either. The last goal was scored by Endrick, who substituted Mbappe in minute 86. And basically, after a match, I like to write down a few thoughts about it. And basically, I decided that the words that I've written after this match were really interesting. So I decided that I should simply read to you out loud basically what I thought. So hear me out. Basically, this is mostly about this last goal, the goal scored by Endrick. So, absolutely unexpected. If you ask me, I don't find Endrick a that good player. I mean, I know that now there's a lot of excitement around him, but honestly, I don't think it's such a cool transfer. I mean, I don't really understand this excitement that is around him, because honestly, I think that he is an average substitute player at Real Madrid. I mean, compared to the rest of the world, he is a good player, but in that squad, I find him average. But overall, I really liked his performance in this match. I liked the goal. He absolutely shamed Mbappe, who, I'm sorry, but he absolutely underperformed and had so much hype around him after that match. But if you're asking me, he had the worst performance from his team. He played at the same level as most of the players from Valladolid. But returning back to Endrick, I think he had one of the best performances in this match and as well scored a beautiful goal. So yeah. And overall, to wrap this match up, I feel like Bellingham's missing was quite distinguishable. I feel like Mbappe, Vinicius and Rodrygo did not have any flavor without him, and generally I've seen this at Vinicius. I feel like when he's playing for Real Madrid, if he does not have Bellingham behind him, he's lacking personality, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that if you're asking me, the MVP should have went to Valverde, who got the third highest grade in the squad. He got a 7.5. The highest grade was scored by Brahim Diaz, who got a 9, and the second highest grade was scored by Endrick, who got an 8. But I think it's normal generally. I mean, if you are playing less minutes to get higher grades, because I mean, it's harder to be constant in a full match than, for example, Endrick, who played just 20 minutes and he has all scored, so that helped him a lot with the grade, you know. So yeah, but overall I think that Valverde had the greatest performance in that night. And I as well wanted to do their special mention to Aguilera, because honestly I really liked his performance. I've seen him creating, I think, 4 opportunities or something like that. I think that there were like 4 shots on target, and 2 of them were really good scoring opportunities. If those would have went in, those would have been really beautiful goals. But sadly, yeah, it wasn't for him that night, and I think that basically the reason why he did not have the greatest performance in that night, and as well the reason of his early replacement, were basically, first of all, the fact that he was struggling to find he was struggling with positioning, he was struggling to come through lines, and as well the fact that he received that yellow card, and as well all the misses that he has done that night. The second match that Real Madrid have played this week in La Liga was an away match against Las Palmas. And talking about the lineups, I was happy to see Mendy back, and I was really happy to see Lucas Vázquez, who is a fucking legend. And yeah, I was really happy to see him in the starting lineup. Though don't get me wrong, I love as well Carvajal a lot. Last year he has been one of my favorite players, and at the moment I can say that, in my opinion, he is the best right defender in the world. Last year I was a bit thinking as well about Walker, you know, like I was feeling like maybe Carvajal and Walker are the best right defenders in the world, but now I can definitely say that, in my opinion, Carvajal is the best. But yeah, I was happy to see as well Vázquez play, because he haven't played in a while, so yeah. And I was surprised to see Brahim Diaz instead of Rodrygo. In that moment I found it a good option, a good replacement, because I really liked Brahim Diaz's performance in the latest match, and I didn't like Rodrygo's performance in the latest match. But this time, I mean, in this match with Las Palmas, it wasn't the same situation. I think that Brahim Diaz underperformed, and that was basically the reason why he was replaced anyways at the starting of the second half with Rodrygo. It was a great beginning for Las Palmas in this match. They scored in the 5th minute. Basically, they absolutely shamed us. They took advantage of the fact that we were sleeping on the pitch in that moment, and yeah, they managed to score the first goal in the 5th minute. And just half an hour in, and Mendy commits it again. After just returning from a red card suspension, he receives a yellow card. And the equalizer comes in 40 minutes away from this, when Arda Güler sends the ball into his opponent's hand, and that happens in the penalty area, so they receive a penalty kick, and Vinicius shots that penalty kick, and it's a goal. Minute 89, Las Palmas manages to score the winner, but it's disallowed due to Mata's offside. And in the extra time, I've seen something that really frustrated me last night. Basically, Arda Güler did a really great pass. It was quite impressive, honestly, but Endrick misses the goalpost. He sends the ball with his head far away from the goalpost, and yeah. Overall, in my opinion, the MVP award should go to Valverde again. I mean, he managed to cover almost all of the areas. He had done only one error, and he has all created most of the occasions. So yeah, really good performance from him, honestly. And I also wanted to do again a special mention to Arda Güler, whose performance I really enjoyed. I mean, yes, he started playing in the 65th minute, but those few minutes that he had played, he had created a few occasions, and he had great passes which could have become assists, but sadly Endrick, Mbappe and Vinicius did not cooperate in those moments, and they did not send the ball into the goalpost. But those were really great passes, and yeah, I really enjoyed seeing him play. If you're asking me, the worst performance of the night was Vinicius one. Basically, last time it was Mbappe's, in my opinion, but this time I think it was Vinicius, even though the advantage that Vinicius had was the fact that he scored the penalty kick, but it could have been shot as well by Mbappe, and I think that it would have been as well a penalty, it would have been a goal as well. So I will ignore that today. I mean, I know that you are going to be, girl, how can you ignore like the fact that he scored? But besides scoring, he ghosted the whole match, and he ruined a lot of opportunities. And yeah, I found him pretty absent, and I feel like simply as the same old issue, Mbappe and Vinicius cannot coordinate together. They cannot play together, at least for a moment. And yeah, I mean, I know that Mbappe was as well really bad in this game, and he had lots of he had a really bad performance. But I feel like he has done a few more things. I mean, I feel like he have created a few opportunities, and he was closer to scoring than Vinicius. Vinicius, yes, he did score, but as I said, I mean, he scored from a penalty kick, which could have been shot as well by Mbappe, and most probably would have been a goal as well. So yeah, I mean, if you're asking me, the worst performance was last night from Vinicius. And last Real related topic is basically Rodri's possible transfer. So Florian Perez now wants Rodri to come to Real Madrid next summer, which is like so weird, because basically, let me tell you his reason. He said that he wants that because nobody is able to, I mean, yet they did not find a replacement for Toni Kroos. I'm just like, haven't you seen Valverde last season? Haven't you seen the beginning of Valverde's season right now? Aren't you watching the same matches that I'm watching, that everybody's watching? Like, man, I think that Valverde is the best replacement, and yes, Rodri may have way more experience than Valverde has at the moment, but I mean, a squad like this, you need young players, and Valverde just needs a bit more experience. He needs more minutes, and he's going to gain them this season, definitely. And yeah, in my opinion, I think that he is the best replacement for Toni Kroos. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I anyways do not think that Rodri would anyways fit in this squad. So yeah. Next, we'll talk about the swap between Sancho and Sterling. Basically, Chelsea and Man United are trying to make a swap on the transfer market. Sancho should go to Chelsea and Sterling should go to Man United. Honestly, I think that it would be a great thing to happen, Sterling to go to Man United, because I think that he fits into the club and I think that the club needs him. But at the same time, Sancho, in my opinion, is an exceptional player. And I think that as well, Man United needs him a lot. But sadly, Ten Hag is not mature enough, and he disrespected him and treated him in a deplorable way over a verbal argument. Which, this kind of things, honestly, I think that should never happen in football. I don't think that footballers should be treated differently over anything outside of their performances. Their performances are the only thing that should influence the coach in any way. And the fact that simply he stopped being studied and simply, you guys know all the treatment that he received from Ten Hag just over a verbal argument, it's absolutely insane. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think. I think that for Sancho's career, it's an interesting decision to go to Chelsea, especially because I know that Chelsea has been his dream club since he was a kid. I mean, I know that he has been a really big supporter of Chelsea when he was a kid. But at the same time, I mean, I think that it would have been better for him to play at Man United. But sadly, he does not have a future there because, yeah, people are not mature enough. And yeah, we'll see about that. Though here in this whole situation, there is a twist because Chelsea is thinking that if they are not going to manage to get a Sancho, they want to transfer Ivan Toney because they are really keen on to signing a striker. And yeah, I mean, Ivan Toney already have made it pretty clear that he does not want to stay at Brentford and that he's looking for a transfer and looking for an exit. And honestly, I think that Ivan Toney would fit, in my opinion, better in the Chelsea team. But yeah, we'll see about that because honestly, I would be happy for Sancho to stop being blocked and stop being stagnant because of Ten Hag's immaturity. But yeah, I don't know what he'll do at Chelsea either if he'd go there, but we'll see. Okay, so a little update on this situation. Today is Saturday, and basically last night while I was sleeping, these signings have been confirmed. So basically Sancho is going on loan to Chelsea and Sterling is not coming to Man United. Sterling has been signed to Arsenal, and honestly, I'm so excited for this signing. I think that is so interesting and it's just like so cool, and I really see Sterling in that team. I think that he fits in and I really cannot wait to see him perform. Today in I think that 1 hour is going to be anyways Arsenal's match. I don't think that he's going to be in the starting lineup because he has just been signed, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, now let's return to La Liga and we have to talk about the match between Atletico and Girona. Honestly, I was with Girona in this match, but I really like the first goal. I have so much respect for Antoine Griezmann. He's one of my favorite French players. And yeah, I mean, with that first goal, with that free kick, he once again showed class and experience, and he was absolutely cold with that one. And the second goal came in minute 48. First, Antoine Griezmann provides a lightning, and now he provides a decisive pass for Llorente's rocket, which went directly into the back of the net. And the last goal was something spectacular. I really like the fact that there was like so much chaos. They missed their chance, but then they recovered the ball. And yeah, somehow they managed in the end to send the ball into the back of the net and score the third and decisive goal. Next, we have to talk about the match that took place between Athletic Bilbao and Valencia in La Liga. Honestly, in this match, Valencia did not stand a chance. Literally, Athletic Bilbao have started the siege since the first minute. There were occasions over occasions and shoots on target over shoots on target, while Valencia literally was not able to shoot one shoot on target. They executed 2 shoots, and as I said, none of them were on target. And anyways, the winner came in at 45, signed by Prados. But yeah, I was really surprised for the fact that, I mean, the score wasn't like a way higher one for Athletic Club. And the saddest news of this week, for me at least, is the fact that Scott fucking McTominay is leaving Manchester United after 22 years of being in this club. He has been here since he was 5. And he's leaving, and it's crazy. It's like so strange and so depressing to think about. The squad without him in it is like crazy. I just cannot I cannot comprehend that. Like a squad of Man United without him in it, it's crazy and sad. And yeah, literally yesterday when I seen that post, and then when I read those articles, I started crying. I was not having it. I'm still not having it. And yeah, it's just crazy to think about this. He's basically going to Napoli, and honestly, I'm trying to be happy for him because I think that a transfer to Napoli would really help him and his career, because we all know the stage that Man United is right now, and they're not in a good stage. And yeah, I'm trying to think positively because a transfer to Napoli might really influence in a great way his career, but I don't know. I don't know, it's crazy. And the last topic that we are going to discuss is the match that took place between Lazio and AC Milan in Serie A. I love the corner kick shot by Pulisic, which went to Pavlovic, who scored his first goal for AC Milan and the first goal of the match. Honestly, I think that basically there was an error at the goalkeeper, who estimated wrongly where the ball would go after the corner kick was shot. Then in the second half, Castellanos scores a gorgeous goal from Tavares' pass, and honestly that pass was sensational in my opinion. And shortly after this, to be exact 3 minutes away, the second goal from Lazio is scored by Bulaedia, and is scored again from a sensational pass by Tavares, who honestly in this stage of the match, he's absolutely unstoppable. And just 6 minutes away from this, Rafael Leao scores a gorgeous equalizer from Abraham's pass, which this moment proved nothing but the fact that the replacements were well taught. And overall, it was a really entertaining match, and if you ask me, the MVP award should go to Tavares, because I think that he was the man of the match. Okay, and this was it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them, comment down below any suggestion for me to improve and stuff like that, and subscribe to keep in tune with all of my uploads. Okay, you guys, bye!